All right, everyone. This is Frank Klesitz, and we're going to do a training today on a 10,000-foot view on this database marketing project that I put together for you. It's the culmination of 10 years of insight, all right, on how to get a lot of business from your list. So many of you are Vyral clients, doing a great job right now. That's why you're here, but you want to make it better. That's exactly what this class is for, to give you a good, solid understanding of everything that has to come together to get people to call you that want to buy or sell a house, all from your list, all right? So what I want to do today is to give you a 10,000-foot view that if you were to actually commit to this plan, what that plan would look like over the course of 6 months, all right? So I sat down and I figured, okay, if there were 6 modules I had to teach, 6 core goals to take someone that worked for me, let's say I was a team leader, I was a broker, to get this person's database fully implemented, up and running, get results, I would have these 6 modules. And then I broke the 6 modules down into 4 lessons each. Now, if you're watching this is my test group. I may reorganize the lessons a bit. I may reorganize the modules, but for the most part, it's pretty much there. So you might see it different on the website when you look at it later than versus what you're watching now. All right. But I would say this course is designed for someone doing maybe between 40 to 150 deals. That's with a typical commission check of 6,500. Maybe earning 250 to a million GCI is where this is at. You really want to be thinking about taking something like this at the level I'm going to teach it at, not as a beginner. Ideally, if you have an administrative assistant in place to handle the administrative side of the business, whether it's the listing or transaction management, and you also have a buyer's agent in place, so you're not running around town showing buyers, that puts you in the position where you can really focus on listings and prospecting and bringing in the business. And if you're in that situation where you've built your business to that point, first off, congratulations. And you can really go deep now on essentially building a marketing department for yourself. And Vyral Marketing will help with that. What I'll teach you in this course, and we'll go into this in a minute, is it might not be a bad idea to hire someone part-time. And I'll teach you how to do that for maybe about $10 an hour to own your marketing. And then Vyral, for our monthly fee for the core program, would report to that person. That's one of the biggest things I see this falling apart, is they honestly paying their staff too much, where a lot of the stuff you can get for less to own very specific pieces of the business, as opposed to paying someone a bunch of money to handle it all, which tends to fall apart. And we're going to cover that. So with that being said, let's get into the material. Let me show you the lesson plans I have put together for you guys. And as of last night, it was posted on the website. Here we go. I'm going to go over here to how it works. We're going to scroll on down here to the database marketing project. Let me read it to you. You'll learn how to do everything to extract the profits from your #1 business asset, your database of past clients, sphere, and warm leads. This is our flagship course for Vyral Marketing clients who want to maximize their time with additional guided implementation support. You'll receive the depth and detail necessary to attract business from a niche list of the right target market who values your expertise. The course is a bit wider in scope than our official video marketing plan, the 2 videos a month for our core service. It's a culmination of everything that's necessary to build a profitable, long-term business that's not entirely dependent, entirely is a key word because it's still dependent, on following up with strangers, such as internet leads, or making interruptive cold calls, prospecting. This course is ideal for residential real estate professionals earning about $250,000 to $1 million GCI. That's roughly 40 to 150 deals a year, depending upon your market. With the buyer's agent and administrative assistant in place to allow focus on building the systems that bring in the profitable listing business consistently. And this video is going to go right there, like that. Hi, if you're watching the video. There are 6 modules. You're going to learn how to hire a part-time marketing assistant. You're going to learn how to raise money to zero cost your marketing. You'll learn how to build a permission-based email list. You'll learn how to create videos people actually watch and love. You'll learn how to optimize and promote them for results. And finally, how to spike response from your database with direct offers for immediate lead generation. Now, what's nice about this course is you do not need to complete them in order. It's okay to enroll in the course at any point. It's not cumulative, which is pretty nice. So let's say, for example, you want to start, any point of the year, I would just throw you in that module starting the first of the next month. So it's okay to enroll in the course at any point, and you'll start at the beginning of the next module, which starts the first week of each month. All right. So now let's go through the modules. We are going to be starting with module 3. This is where we're starting the course. So we're basically with you guys, we're going to start module 3, 4, 5, 6, and work our way back to 1 and 2. And I'm probably going to reorder these when the class officially starts, which we'll be charging for starting January 6th of 2020. All right. So let's go through this, but I'm going to go ahead and start with lesson 3 since this is where we're starting, and just explain to you what you're getting yourselves into and ask yourself, do you even want to do this? That's it. Maybe you're like, the hell with this, Frank. I don't do any of this stuff. Fine. Don't do the course. At least now you know what's entailed. All right. So first part, module, is we have to get your list. And this is probably the most painful together. The goal is, I essentially want you to have 2 spreadsheets fully completed with all contact information of everyone you've met and your target market of the people you haven't met. So you're going to learn how to organize, deduplicate, and clean up your current database. Along with appending, I'm going to show you data companies to go to that can find the missing emails and find the missing phone numbers to append that to your list. I'm also going to show you how to pull from county records a farm, pre-foreclosure, notice of default, vacant homes, homes with liens on them. I'm going to show you how to get property data for a penny a record. And I'm also going to show you how to find that property data and append phone numbers and emails. Got it? So you're going to have 2 lists. You're going to have a list of everyone you know, fully completed, which might have to be manually built up through Facebook and LinkedIn records and stuff like that, done well. And you're going to have a list of your haven't mets. This is your cold target market. And basically the name of the game is to get the permission of your cold target market to add them to your mets to market to. All right. So the first lesson I'm going to teach you guys in this course is essentially the detail of rounding up your entire world of existing contacts, deduplicating them, scrubbing them so the emails are good, appending missing information, and getting a reconnect message out. Many of you Vyral clients have done this, all right? But it's good for you to understand the process again. Then I'm going to spend an entire lesson on data. How do you buy data? Where do you append data? How do you get the competitive information you need to do marketing? I know a lot about that, all right? Then we're going to talk about, okay, I have my list, I have my mets, and there's something we can do there, but I got to work more people than just my mets. I need to pick a target market. For many of you, that might be a farm, homeowners, right, in a certain area. Maybe homes that sell below the median price point. Maybe they've lived there for 10 years. I'll show you how to run all that. I'll show you how to export it from county records. And I'm going to show you how to append phone numbers, emails, and additional contact information so you can actually do marketing campaigns, which is great. And then finally, many of you have team members. You have agents working for you. What if you could do all that for your team members? What if you can get the database of your team members? What if you can get them to reconnect with their list? What if you get your team members to pick a farm, and now you actually have focus to your marketing where you all are picking target markets and you've reconnected with your lists. Got a little background noise. There we go.
Okay. Sorry.
Madam, that's okay. This is where the headsets come in. So, how am I doing? Give me some feedback. Who would like to learn that? Someone say yes, Frank.
Absolutely.
Frank.
There we
That's
go.
great.
So here's the deal. If you guys haven't done one of these before, and I still get that background noise, this is why you gotta have headsets. All right. This is not a webinar. I don't want to jam a bunch of people on a webinar in this course. It really should be about 10 people. Now, since this is free, I'm expecting half of you to fall off. That's why there's more of you on this one than 10. Fair enough? All right. But the idea would be is if you come with a headset, I actually want to talk to you guys. I'm going to ask you what you guys think, and we're going to have discussions. Brian, you've been in one of my classes before. Tell me how they run, what you like about them.
Well, the list is too long, but a lot of times just the conversations we're having.
just the level of conversations we're having. I really enjoy that. And that most people that are usually on these calls are in business. They're not brand new to this whole thing. So I really like that. And then it's just the information, Frank, the stuff that you provide and the stuff that you're working on is stuff that I just never see. So I really appreciate
you guys don't. This is an advanced class. You know, this is not an entry-level class I'm going to teach you. This is why I'm very specific. $250,000 to $1 million GCI, assistant in place, buyer's agent, and you have the time to commit to, again, you know, I don't want to hear complaints. Well, it's too much. It's too difficult. I wish it was simpler. It's not. It's a hard thing to do. This is why most people don't master it. But my promise to you is to give you the depth and detail. That's my promise to you on this, that a lot of times you're not going to get on a free webinar or course or whatnot. All right. Thanks, Brian. I appreciate you, buddy.
Anytime.
All right. So let's go back here. So let's say in the first month, we build this permission-based list. And hang on, I got to go back here because we got someone breathing into their mic a little bit. You hear that? Let's see what I got here. Oh, that fixed it. Let me go back here. All right. Now, who would love that? All your agents reconnecting with their list, all the information complete, all the METs ready to go. And you also have picked target markets, because when you have limited capital, financial, emotional, psychological time, capital, all right, you have to attack on a narrow front. All right, you guys can't attack on a wide front. You got to attack on a narrow front. So I'm going to show you how to do that module in the first module. Now, next one. Okay. It's going to be helpful when you go to these lists that people actually get to know you and you position yourself with expertise. I think you all understand that. That's why we're going to go right into creating videos people want. So I want you to actually produce a top-notch video you're proud of that's on YouTube correctly. Now, the way I'm going to know if you're not proud of your video is you don't watch your own video, which is the majority of people. Okay, I got y'all, didn't I? All right. So I will know we are successful if you watch your own video. How does that sound? That sounds good, doesn't it? All right. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to learn how to figure out what people are searching for. I'm going to show you what people are actually searching for on YouTube. And then we're going to create videos that actually match what people are searching for. That way we're supplying demand, not creating supply and chasing demand, which is how you go broke. All right. We're also going to cover how to write a very simple script or outline for your video so it's less painful to record and a pleasure to watch. All right. And then we'll need to go through just some detail. And again, there is detail on how to sound and look good with the correct mic and webcam and lighting. You know, for example, I got this giant light in front of me. See this? This is why I look good. All right, we're going to talk about these things. So we're going to spend some time in detail picking topics and what do people want? What's the purpose behind the content? What exactly am I doing here? Making sure we pick titles people can actually find. I'm going to teach you how to script them and format it. I'm going to teach you how to shoot it. And again, we're not going to like get crazy with the video stuff. We're going to be using like a webcam. All right, but as long as you're mic'd up well, whether you want to use a dynamic mic like this or one of these things, when you have your light behind you, you can actually come across pretty strong in your videos like this. All right, not bad, huh? And then I'm going to show you how to get these things on YouTube, right? So they actually get discovered and found. So you're going to produce a video you're actually proud of. How does that sound, guys? Someone say that sounds great, Frank. Unmute and tell me it sounds great and it made my day.
That sounds great.
Sounds great, man. Absolutely great.
All right, good job, guys.
Made my
I'm proud
day.
of you all. Now, here we go. So we're 2 months in. We're taking it week by week. We're building it brick by brick because right now, chances are your team fell apart, the deal fell through, all chaos broke loose. That's usually what happens when you're trying to build something. I think we've all been there. So we just have this one lesson a week in Zoom. And I want you to show up. And then you're going to have a weekly call with John or Paul or somebody in my office. So it's a class once a week for an hour in a small group of 10. and then where you get the foundation of the knowledge with me so I understand what's going on. But then you have a weekly one-on-one meeting with the person you're working with in my office to help with the implementation. And every class is recorded. A couple hours after class is done, we send you a replay of class with a link to the video, as well as a link to the MP3. That way, you can listen to it in your car when you're driving to get some repetition of the material throughout the week. Does that sound good? All right. So
Frank, just real quick on the way that that's going to work.
John's my business partner, everyone. I've known him since first grade. Say hi, John.
Hello. So the way that that's going to work, I talked to the team about it today, is everybody here has a point person at Vyral Marketing already. So what I told them is they're all going to be able to watch this replay on Thursday mornings. So your guys' weekly call with them, I believe, should either be Monday morning, Thursday afternoon after their call so they can watch the lesson and get ready to execute on this, or Friday at any point. So they'll be reaching out to you guys in order to get that set up. But if I were all of you as well, I would just email them right now to say, let's set up our weekly call, because what's going to happen is if you don't do a weekly call, and I've seen this with the courses, and the first time we ran a beta course for anything, we noticed that everyone was behind because they weren't on a weekly homework call. And that's when we started to institute those. So get on a weekly homework call with your person at Vyral, and I will personally work with them to guide them through, but they're going to be the person doing this for you. And then Paul's going to be really helping us out here. He's from Vyral. He's on the call.
Say hi, Paul.
Hey, everybody.
Paul, I consider one of our senior people. You do a wonderful job, Paul. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Frank.
He was working with Paul. You got a good guy there. So at this point, you now have, let's go back to the material. At this point, oh, by the way, I do want to say something. You guys probably haven't seen a course designed this way. Usually you've seen one-on-one coaching. We have a call every week about something that happens to be on your mind. You probably have experienced, buying a bunch of videos, and hopefully that gets the job done. Like, here's a bunch of materials and videos, right? You probably have seen group coaching done in a webinar format where they just pack a couple hundred people on a webinar every week for a couple weeks. You probably have seen that. This is different because I think there's a flaw in all those models. Is too much of the time on the call is spent teaching, or it needs to be taught, right? I think you're going to show up when you know to actually have a conversation with you on here. We talk to each other. And you also have the spaced repetition, which is necessary for learning in a curriculum-based package. You see that? So there's lots of things that came together with how I structured this to most importantly align with your human behavior and the chaos of what it is to have your own business. All right? So that recording and the weekly call and the weekly lessons, there will be times you won't be able to make it. There will be times you miss the call. Got it? But you have the recording. The MP3 is there. You have your person you can call. And you have that foundation of material every week you can go back and listen to, and to organize in your head, okay, we're all doing this together throughout. And there's a little bit of that accountability. So there's lots of human dynamics in the way this is structured to make sure it actually works. And it works. I've been doing these for about almost 2.5 years now, John, right? Maybe? Or is it a year and a half?
Yeah. No, I mean, we started I think the beta was the later half of 2017. So yeah.
Yep. So I'm pretty proud of these. So it's something very unique in the industry, and also has the implementation element that you don't get with traditional, let's just say, coaching, which is not what this is. I would consider this additional implementation guidance. This is not coaching. All right. So create videos people actually want. Now let's move on. So let's say you actually have your lists. Oh my goodness, Frank, I'm so excited. I have a list of all my haven't met's my target market of the correct information of everyone that you got me through data companies. Frank, I got my database finally put together and organized. It's so exciting. I have these 2 exciting spreadsheets on my desktop. But not only that, I have all these exciting spreadsheets from my agents sitting on my desktop. Oh my goodness, I can't control myself. These spreadsheets, all right? And then finally, you've also created a video that you've actually watched yourself and go, my gosh, this isn't that bad. Actually, nice job. I'm pretty proud of this. I think I actually want to send it out. All right. So now we got to talk about actually how to promote these things. So what you need to have, and I think you guys all understand this, a consistent system. Consistent. It can't be complicated. You know, too many people are hiring video guys to follow them around everywhere, you know, investing in all this energy and capital and time to create these really high-end videos. But is that something you're going to be able to sustain month after month after month, year after year? It's hard. So I'm going to show you a simple system that's good enough that hits the point of diminishing returns. We want a simple system to publish 2 videos a month to your list with a print newsletter. Not a lot of people know this, but a part of the core viral marketing service that I've had for the longest time is, yeah, you want to send 2 videos a month out to your database. Post online, post on Facebook, yada, 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 right? But you're only going to hit like 30% of your list. I mean, I can show you the open rates. You only reach a percentage of people with your Facebook reach. What about the rest of them? Well, if you're a good real estate agent, hopefully you have the address of where people live and you can mail them, right? So this is what we've been sending out now is we would create the artwork for a nice little postcard, something like this, right? However, I've split tested that with an actual one-page newsletter. One-page newsletter completely outpulls this. So I'm going to show you guys how to format your 2 videos in a one-page newsletter, and as well as the service, the letter printing service that will actually send it, mail it, and do it all for you. It runs all in about 80 cents a letter, first class mailed out, which is really nice. I'm going to teach you how all that stuff works. So that's going to put in place for you a 36 touch, 2 videos a month, fully distributed in every possible way we can to your database and online and all the social platforms, right? Email, but also a monthly piece of physical mail. It works, all right? And I'll also teach you guys how to get a free ride. A free ride is including someone else in the message that pays for it. Doesn't that sound nice? All right. Who wants a free ride? Someone say yes. Let me hear
Yes.
it. All right.
Why not?
See, this is why I want headsets, because you'll have to find the unmute
Yes.
button.
Yes.
Right?
yes.
Yeah, I know. All right, so let's go back. So, okay, so now let's say we promoted these videos. So now you have a system for your video blog with the call to actions. We have your 2 videos a month going out you're proud of to a list that has actually been updated. You know, you got your stuff going on social media. And since no one's going to see it on social media, apparently, unless you put money into it, I'm going to teach you how to boost it out to your database. We can do that. And then this is going to be a monthly newsletter. I'm going to teach you your monthly piece of direct mail. Great. Point of diminishing returns, consistent touch system that can run autopilot, doesn't suck up all your emotional energy and focus and time to make it way over the top, which it's at a certain point becomes completely unnecessary and more about ego and less about ROI. The point is to get listings, not to show other agents how cool you are. All right. Now, on top of that, think of this little 36 touch system as like this foundational, like holding a relationship with someone that has value, right? But this is business and we need a spike response from this foundation to actually get some leads. All right. That's this lesson, which you guys are all going to be excited for. So I'm going to show you how to send a direct offer to your database to spike immediate leads from your list now. So you'll learn how to send out 4 direct offer messages to your database a year on top of your 2 educational videos a month and your monthly print newsletter to spike immediate leads. You'll also learn how to hire someone to call the people who watch your videos. So for example, you guys should know this, but if you send out a video on, you know, the 3 things you must absolutely know before you sell your home this fall, I can actually see who watched it. It might make sense to talk to those people. I don't know. I'm just saying. Makes sense to me. All right. And I'm going to show you how to hire an assistant that will make those calls on your behalf. You know, hey, Frank asked me to call you and want me to see if you have any questions he can answer you about real estate while I have you on the phone. You know, when do you plan on moving type of a conversation. All right. We're also going to cover how to boost your videos to your database on Facebook. And maybe if I want to, a little bit about YouTube ads, maybe, I don't know, to retarget website visitors. Sound good? Has anyone sent out any of our direct offers to their list that has spiked immediate response? that you can share? Carlos, you have a heads up. Jason, let's go to you, Carlos. Tell the group about maybe some of the results you got from that.
Yeah, we did that one where you basically said you had buyers, and I got 2 listings from it, pretty immediate, and that was a good one. Just text message also. That was pretty. That was good.
Good, great.
I'd like to hear more though of what else we have. So
yeah, the one I'm working on now is we bought like an enterprise version of a SurveyMonkey. So we're loading up all your emails into SurveyMonkey, and we send out a survey saying, hey, we're looking to predict what's going to happen in the real estate market next year. Do you plan on buying or selling a home soon? Yes or no? That's it. And they click yes or no, and then you have leads. You guys like that one?
that, or what do you think? And that's a great one to get the response, what people think. I mean, everybody loves.
So you can't do those all the time, right? And that should be on the foundation of the relationship. But yeah, you want to spike some response. Jason, you raised your hand about some results you've gotten with the direct offers.
Yeah, the direct offers, like usually on the normal emails that click on, usually I actually get 1 or 2 people that have interest in buying or selling in the next 6 months. But when we do those offers, usually we get about 20 inquiries or more. And out of those 20, we usually end up getting about 2 or 3 listings, 4 times a year.
Great. Let me show you one that you guys need to send out now while we're here, because this is kind of a fun topic. It's up on the blog. Let me find it. Here. You can Google it. The Guaranteed Offer Lead Generation Campaign. So essentially, you have all these iBuyers coming into the market. Zillow just came in buying homes in San Diego now. People are like the idea of an instant offer. All right. So this is an example of what a direct offer looks like. So here's a landing page, an easier way to sell your area home, get a guaranteed offer, request a cash offer on your home, yada, yada. So this is a landing page. Got it? So what you do is you send out an email, something like this. There it is. Something like this is an email message you send out to your list. And essentially they click this link that says, just tell me if you're interested in getting an offer on your home. And when they click that link, it goes back to this page, right? Pretty cool, huh? Well, it's even cooler when you take a look at the leads. Here's what comes in. My husband's retiring and moving to home soon. He's a move soon. Like, these aren't like upstream free value report leads, or where you trick them to put their information in to search for homes on your website, which is buyer lead. This is somebody who actually wants an offer on their house. I mean, who wants some of these leads? Someone unmute and say, yes, I want those leads, Frank.
I want those leads.
Those are
Frank.
good leads.
Good job. Those are good
Give me
leads.
those leads.
All right, I got better leads. Hang on. Take a look at this.
Look at that.
Look at all these reasons why they want to sell. Now, that's a branded campaign from you out to your warm list, someone opting in, I want to offer my home. Do you think those are pleasurable listing follow-up calls to have? 100%.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to show you how to spike response from your list like this. And you can't do it all the time, but a few times a year to get some results. All right. Oh, for those of you seeing me for the first time on this, I hope you're enjoying my teaching style. Maybe. I don't know. Let's take a look here. Let's go back. I'm excited to teach this material. It literally just, imagine doing something over and over and over for 10 years. That's me in this course. All right. So where are we at? So this is pretty fundamental stuff, right? Like, you guys are Vyral clients. I think you kind of get it. We're just going to go in deeper, right? You get it. We're going to go deeper. We're going to go deeper. And we're going to go deeper. Okay? Now let's go back up, because we're starting in module 2. So after we know how to spike response, there's a couple other things I threw in here, which are 2 more lessons. So here's the deal. You just need help. Okay? Probably more than what Vyral can give you. Now, I have some strong thoughts on this, and I'll try to tone this down, but it's hard. Most of us overpay way too much for our administrative talent to assist us, and it inhibits our business growth. I'm going to teach you how to find someone part-time that's a virtual assistant in America that is happy to work for 10 bucks an hour for 10, 15 hours a week. So you're looking at what? $400 to $600 a month that will work from home, that has years of experience, and they're home for other reasons. They want the flexibility of homes and how to find this person, to basically own this pillar, to crush it, where they focus on one thing. If I had to choose after 10 years in business, if I had to hire one person full-time that was responsible for 4 things, or I could choose 4 part-time people that each owned one of the 4 things, I would choose this one all day long. And I'll explain why in the course, all right? So what I'm looking at here is I want to show you how to use Upwork or online freelance job sites to find a marketing assistant, to own this. I'm going to show you how to interview them in groups. I'm going to show you how to train them with the training material that I'll give you. And I'm also going to show you how to properly manage and lead that person. Sound good, guys? And that one hire owns this. And what's nice is this course recording and workbook provides them with all the training they need to get up to speed. I'm basically creating for you your marketing operations manual. Kind of cool, huh, guys? Just give it to them. Hey, here's the workbook. Here's 24 lessons. That's your first week and a half of work. Then let's talk. Oh, how nice would that be, right? So we're going to talk about that next. Finally, once you are actively doing this, once you have some videos, you have a website, you have a decent database, you're getting good engagements, good response, at that point, you could go find some co-advertising partners. Because how do publications make money? Well, advertisers, and you essentially have your own publication, a list of people that probably a lot of people want to get in front of, all right, that don't have anywhere near the marketing skill that you have. So you can get a lot of money through this, and you probably have heard of people raising thousands of dollars. We're not going to go down that path. I want to keep it really simple. The goal here is I will consider this a success if you get 50% of your viral marketing core fee paid for. Let's just say you raise an extra 275 bucks. Wouldn't that be nice? Now you guys can get a lot more than that. I want to open your mind to this. So I'm going to show you how to find some complementary businesses in some ideal industries that are probably really low-hanging fruit for who would love to get in with a real estate professional like you. I'm going to show you how to approach them correctly, whether they're warm or cold. You're going to do a free interview with them, whether it's in person or over Zoom, to get them demonstrate a little value up front, get them on video, put them on your blog, email it out, and they're going to go, well, that's pretty cool, right? And then you're going to say, well, can you help participate in some of this marketing with me? And we're going to talk about RESPA considerations. You have settlement service providers that fall under RESPA that you have to be very detailed with. And we have all the documentation to get money from your mortgage person. I have all that taken care of. I'll go through compliance, spent a fortune on it, third-party evaluation, all there. But also you can go to people that are not on the settlement statement, and they can give you really whatever they want, as long as you disclose you're getting paid by somebody, which is not a RESPA consideration, it's an FTC consideration. That's how that works. And then you're done. So by the end of the course, over 6 months, brick by brick, week by week, hopefully listening to me all week in the car with the replays, you learn this stuff. You learn it. And you had your call every single week to get it implemented. And, I would say all in, what's this going to cost? I don't know. You're paying Vyral $550. Maybe you hire a marketing assistant for another $500 a month. You're in $1,000. You get this down to what, $750 a month. You figure out someone to maybe zero cost or direct mail expense. Call it $1,000. All in, you're investing $1,000 every month, right? To crush the database marketing pillar. Now I see what you guys are spending on Zillow. I see what you're spending on pay-per-click. I see what you're spending on everything else. It's absurd the amounts of money that are being spent on cold lead generation, right? Or the time invested on training up commission-only agents to prospect, and then they fall off. That's a real cost too, right? This is not that expensive. Just requires some focus. And hopefully through this course, I'll be able to provide that for you. That's what you guys are in for. How does that sound? Jeff, for some reason, you popped up on my screen. Talk to me.
Excellent.
What are your thoughts on this?
I'm excited about it. One of the things that I've never implemented going through Vyral is how do we leverage up our team on it. So I was excited to see that we're going to do that. Looks like the second month in.
Yep, we're going to talk about getting access to your teams list.
Mm-hmm.
What's really nice about that is then you can argue all the splits are the same. You know, did it come from my sphere? Did it come from me? Everyone yells at each other. Well, now since you're helping them market to their database, it's a flat split across the board and it removes that objection.
Perfect.
Ryan, talk to me. How you doing, buddy? Unmute. What do you like about the course?
Good, man. It sounds really good. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, sounds really good. This is actually exactly what I was kind of hoping for, brother, was something to, I think I've never really used Vyral to its maximum, capacity. So I think this is something that is exciting to me, and I'm looking forward to it, man.
Good. Is there anything missing? Anything you feel I can add? Anything you'd like to know? This is where I want some of your feedback since you're the test course.
So, I mean, I feel like one thing, just what Jeff was saying, I think that's something that I've kind of wondered too, is how to, how do we incorporate our team into doing this a little bit better? I've taken our printouts from Vyral and very inconsistently handed it off to different team members and stuff in the past. So just finding a way to kind of incorporate our team into what we're doing. And then I like the idea of the marketing assistant, getting that person, I'm a little hazy obviously right now and how that would really look, but I know that we'll go through that. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks, man. Good to see you again.
Yeah, man.
Ben, talk to me. You're really digging the whole database content marketing approach. We've connected on that spiritually.
Yes.
Tell me about this, what excites you about it, what I should add. Give me some feedback.
Well, I'm excited about that printed newsletter. So that's something that I currently do, and I'm looking for a transition from what I'm currently doing. But I think that print piece is important, and I'm also excited about the hiring, though. Want to learn more about that.
Let me give you an example of the print piece. This is the print piece that's working really well that we're going to model for you. So you're going to have your monthly local real estate letter. You're going to say, dear whatever neighbor. You can comment on 2 news items. So you pick 2 things going on in the news, the link, and you provide some commentary. Or it's a link to your 2 videos with the teaser copy for the videos. Then you scroll down, you have a client story about how you got some results. And at the bottom, you have a call to action.
Awesome. I'm excited.
Yep. And I'll show you the mail house to send that out. And you use hand-addressed fonts, kind of fake handwriting outperforms. If you're going toward a higher-end clientele, don't do that. If it's or just a regular clientele, depending upon price points, usually handwritten. So we're going to talk about that.
Frank, with that, would you give us the layout and pretty much already written out for us so we don't have to worry about doing
That's something we're going to do at Vyral. We are actually going to create a part of the core program is we will actually write this for you, put this all together, and you just send it to the mail house.
And so we don't have to touch anything with that.
No.
We just get someone to pay for
Send it
it.
out, 100%. Yeah, because I can grab this from one of your Zillow reviews or something like that. This stays the same every single time. And this comes straight from your videos, but if you didn't even get your videos in, we just find commentary on a news item.
Okay.
I think actually that was a question I had too, is just like, how much of this, because Vyral already does a lot of this stuff now, you know what I mean?
That's the beauty of this is all this, everything on here. Let's go back. That's a great question. Everything on here I designed that we are able to do, short of probably hiring the assistant. So do we do this for you? No, that's like a recruiter. You got to handle this. But we can give you our internal systems, how we train our guys, and our guys can just talk to you how they got trained up at Vyral. So you can probably get a lot of insight that way. We absolutely do this as a part of the core program, including other people and helping out with that. We absolutely do all of this short of the data buys, but I'll show you where to get the data. Honestly, I might even make that a part of the service. It's not actually that big of a deal. All right. We do all of this for you. It's just that you got to sit down and take the time to understand it. Obviously, we do 100% of all this. and we do all this. So everything here, that's what's so beautiful about this. When I created it, I was like, okay, you have the implementation element, but we're adding on to that this guided weekly implementation with this. I think it'll work well. So who else we got on here? Let's go back to the group. Who should I call on? Is it Lorianne and Adam? Lorianne, talk to us. What do you guys think? Is there anything you'd like to add to the course? Anything you're excited about? Give me some feedback on the material for today.
Well, I'm excited about the course. We just got on board with Vyral maybe
Welcome.
60 days. Thank you. With
Thank you.
Paul. Matter of fact, hey Paul, big ups. Shout out to Paul.
Hey guys.
But yeah, we're excited about it. We're gung ho. I mean, we've been meaning to do videos, so this kind of like really pushed us and put us over the edge, reconnect with our database. And Lori has really been doing a great job with that. She's been helping out big time. So yeah, I think this just adds another layer to putting that moat around our database, just to make sure that every lead comes to us.
Good. I'll get to a few more of you here, then we'll wrap up, and I'll tell you what we're going to do to get started, okay? Brandy, how you doing? Talk to me. I see you have a green screen back there.
Yes, actually, I've been doing a lot of green screen video. Well, I'm not editing myself, of course. I'm sending it off, but I'm kind of getting into that world.
Okay. I could probably provide a few tips on that. All right.
Great. I welcome them. Thank you.
Anything on the material you'd like me to add?
No, I mean, Facebook and ads and things like that, I've been exploring that a little bit. Are we going to talk about that a little bit more?
Yeah, basically we're all screwed as real estate agents as of about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So for what it's worth, a couple weeks ago, Facebook got slammed with a multi-billion-dollar discrimination fine for Facebook ads. And what they did is whenever you run an ad that has anything to do with housing, even on like the fringes of housing, you need to classify it as a housing related item. Now what that does is it removes all the targeting selects that worked before. The radius, you can't go any narrower than 15 miles, which is bigger than some people's cities. On top of that, you can't really drill anything else down. You're going to be spending a lot of money on Facebook to hit people that probably aren't necessarily the target market. So that's something to keep in mind there, that a lot of the Facebook stuff and online marketing is changing, especially around protected categories such as real estate. So this is why I like direct mail. It's reliable. Okay. So there's some things I include in the program. If you notice with Vyral, I'm actually proud of this. I saw this coming like 2 or 3 years ago. You never got a hard Facebook push from us, have you? No. Oh, Facebook ads, crush it, make all this money on Facebook. Honestly, I don't see it. I talk to all the top people. That making money on Facebook is for the entry-level agents where you'll get rich as a coach, in my opinion. When I start going upstream to you guys, when I go to all the masterminds, I don't see anyone crushing on Facebook. It's not there, let alone with the restriction of the targeting. I think that's going to be difficult. The targeting I would recommend for you, Brandy, and we'll talk about this in the course, is marketing to your existing database by taking all of the emails in your existing list. Yeah. And you could probably go so far as to get the contact information of your farm. You can actually do that into Facebook. And then anyone who visits your website, remarket those people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you'll spend maybe $100, $200 a month on ad spend to reach those audiences reasonably. That's where I would start.
Okay, great.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. Tammy, let's go to you. What are your thoughts on the material for today? Or the material for the course? Welcome.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, Frank, how are you?
Doing great.
I've listened to all your videos, so that's what I have in my car. I listen to them all the time.
I'm a real person.
So I just did my first event with Olivia. So we took our postcards and actually made our postcard, our video into our postcard and mailed that out. So that went over really well. But my thing is I want to really focus on my farm here. So I'm really interested in the newsletter.
Yeah, that same print newsletter, if you wanted to spend the resources, not only is mailed to like your best people in your database, like your A's, let's say. Okay. It can also be mailed to your farm. Okay. You'll have both lists. It's really interesting to me how, when you go to school for marketing, like you're in like the marketing 101 in college, let's say, or something. You know, the first thing they're going to say is like, well, good marketing is you pick a target market, you know, like where you're going to go after. And if you ask most people what their target market is, or show me a list of your target market, there's nothing, right? So we're going to go back to some of the basics. And Tammy, I like to hear that you have this farm that you're staying in front of to attack on that narrow front, because you can go deep with a small number of people to be competitive. We're going to cover that in the course too. So it's about database, but it's also about building your database. I have a whole module on that. And you want to build your database of the right people in the target market that you bring in. A lot of mistakes I see with building a database is it's all these random buyers all over the place in the list, and that's not a target market.
Yeah, that's been my list. Has always been for sale by owners, expireds. That's where I've gotten all my buyers from. I haven't really focused on a farm. So, you know, I want to really get into building relationships.
Yep. And you're going to do that. I'm going to show you how to go in and pull all that information from county records and slice it and dice it however you want.
Okay, great.
All right. Yep. Bill, let's go to you, buddy. How you doing? We had some time in Omaha. Anything on this course you'd like to see? Anything I should change? Anything you'd like to see updated? Tell me what I could do to make this successful for you. You're muted maybe on your headset. You had the wrong mic on.
Hi,
It's the worst in your video chat. You can't hear people. Are you there?
Yes.
There he is.
Howdy will come in.
Oh, that's Billy. I'm sorry. I was going to Bill Stevenson.
Oh, okay. Let's do it.
But I can't hear Bill Stevenson. So, Billy, you're in. Tell me about the course.
Heidi?
As far as the course that you're talking about today?
Yeah, the material here. You're enrolling in this. I want you to imagine you're dropping $6,000 to do this, and the time and the commitment.
I think it's awesome. Just pretty much having a cookie cutter and having the marketing manual, and we're still in the development phase of that, and it's just a lot of interesting information. And I like how you have different databases for target marketing, and you know, with Zillow going the route that it's going, we need to explore other routes for lead gen and database management. That's very important for us. So I love the detail, and I'm excited.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
And finally, let me just go to Bill Stevenson really quick. If your microphone's working, it's okay if it's not, my friend.
Yeah, here I am.
There we go. You're all set.
Yeah, it's all about the implementation, man. It's that's what I mean, that's why this is different than everything else. You know, Paul is probably getting tired of grabbing me by the throat or grabbing me by the collars and trying to shake me into doing the right things and getting feedback back to him in time. And it's just nice to finally have a seminar or something that, or this kind of class that doesn't just focus on knowledge, which is nice, but knowledge without implementation, you know.
Maybe you guys figure out what I should call it, because I'm not calling it coaching. I really don't want to call it a class. It's not really that, is it? I call it a project.
Call it
projects. A group implementation project. Maybe I have to name something new.
Call it a workshop.
Well, that's really what it is. An intensive. Oh my goodness.
Hey,
a platinum, inner circle, elite tier, you know, Delta, A-list, VIP group. I like it. Mega super awesome.
Yo, Frank, are we doing this for 6 months, and we're the test guinea pig group, and this isn't costing us now, but we're just
it's all free.
It?
It's all free.
Yeah. Okay.
It's all free. I just want someone to practice on. I want to get my material correct. So every class that I do with you is going to be recorded. And I have a writer, Morgan, she's not here, but she's going to write the lesson. So by the time this is done, I'm going to have a workbook this thick of 24 lessons, 24 tabs of what the material was. Hopefully a lot of the examples that you guys put, I could put as examples in there. Then I'm going to have this workbook, right? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go sell the workbook. Hey, you guys want to implement this? That's going to be my lead bait to find some clients for the course with hopefully your letters of recommendation, right? And then I give away the workbook for free. I mean, I'll even give them all the videos for free. The knowledge is a commodity at this point, right? I don't think me giving someone the workbook and the videos is going to they're going to accomplish anything. It's really about the human being that's being live at the weekly calls. And that's how I plan on selling the course and making a living. So thanks, guys.
Makes sense.
It's a good relationship, isn't it? That's going to work. All right.
Thank you.
So let me leave you with this. Let me leave you I leave you always with an assignment. Okay. I leave you with an assignment. And this is an optional assignment today. There really isn't anything today, but I wanted to give you a good assignment because for personal reasons with my family, There is no class next week. I am sorry. I wanted to keep this one today. No class next week. It's going to be the following week we get started. All right. So the one Monday I couldn't move around. All right. So there's no class next week. I'll send a cancellation. It'll be the following week we get started with reconnecting with your list. So you essentially have 2 weeks to kind of like organize your life, to look at your calendar and organize your mindset, to remove distractions, and to say, look, I have this gift. It's a gift of 6 months to actually get this done that can change your life financially if you actually do it. I'm sure you can all agree. But if you're running around like a crazy person with all these different priorities and all these different things, you know, you're going to fall off. It's not going to get done because you didn't really like segment in your head the focus that's going to be necessary to own this over the next 6 months and get it built, get it systematized, get it trained, and then you move on to the next thing, right? So my assignment to you is probably a book you've all heard of. Get it to read it, or if you don't have it, read it. It's this. All right? I don't know if I necessarily agree with the premise of the book. It's very hard to focus on one thing. You know, as business owners, we got to do many things. But I ask for your focus, which is the capital of the 21st century, is the ability to sit down and do deep work and actually focus on something, which is very hard to do. So if you really want to take this course seriously, why don't you just chill out the next 2 weeks, try to remove things from your calendar, try to put time blocks sometimes you're going to work on these things, and get maybe your mindset right, get your mindset focused, that you're basically starting a 6-month exercise and nutrition program. Right? I mean, it's going to go well for a week or two, 1, 2, 3 weeks, then you're going to fall off. So why don't you focus on like the behaviors and the mindset and organizing your life in your head, that you're really actually going to commit to this every single week with us. And I think that One Thing book will help you jumpstart your brain waves and start thinking that way if you sit down and read that, to make that commitment. Does that sound good, guys?
Great.
That's it. So no class next week. I will see you all the following Monday, and we're going to talk about list building. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
Great.
Awesome.
Great.
Thank you,
Welcome to the
Frank.
course. We'll see you soon.
Thanks,
Take care.
Mark.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Frank.